Using all the paints and working together to create one beautiful image. We went on a bush walk earlier in the day and we were asked to collect something that we thought was really beautiful that we saw, and so we used a bunch of different things that people had collected and we painted them and we stuck them on here, and so we thought that we'd create something that everyone was a part of and that we used it in our mass as a sort of symbol, so it's really meaningful. A few months ago we attended an outreach talk at our school, and that's when we heard about this opportunity to be attending this refugee weekend. And it was a few months ago when we attended a planning weekend with all of the other JAG members. JAG is the Josephite Action Group for the youth, and we got to meet some really amazing people and learn about what we were going to be doing on this trip, and it got us really excited. So we were planning different activities that we could do, learning about the culture of Iraq. And once we finally arrived, we arrived earlier than the refugees. We were setting up, we got to admire the beautiful view that's here, and we were really excited because I know personally I wanted to learn something about myself and learn about other cultures, and especially just introduce myself into the world of outreach and really doing something instead of just talking about doing something and donating money, because the most valuable thing that you could give someone is time and listening to what they actually need, and not just giving them money and thinking that's going to make everything okay. So I think that was a really important learning lesson for me coming into this, and that's definitely changed throughout the weekend.
During this retreat, the activities that we have all participated in is learning each other's cultural dances, and it was so fun because we all went in a circle and got to learn all the Iraqi dances and stuff like that, and it was really fun. And then this morning, to wake everyone up because everyone was so tired, we did a little like aerobics thing with all these like Australian dances. So we were planning the activities that we're going to do, so we went on a bushwalk all together, which was so incredible, and then we did rock climbing, catapulting and billy carting, and there were such good team building exercises. And we also just, did dances, as Violet said, and we played so many different sports and games together, made TikTok videos. As volunteers, we do a lot of the setting up and cleaning up of food and serving it, and just accommodating all the families, checking in with them, having a chat to them, and yeah, just setting up. And it's really good for organisation and also being a leader. It was really helpful. Yes, last night we had Father Claude come and have mass with all of us, and I found it really touching when he read from the Bible the story of Martha and Mary, and he was talking about how it's not about the comfort of food and the comfort of water, it's about the comfort of each other and being with someone.
Is it good?
No.
Tell him how to say it properly.
It's marhaba.
Marhaba.
Better?
Marhaba.
The value. Well, you can't actually quantify their contribution, and it is just voluminous, the value that they have brought to this experience. The girls had taken up the initiative. They've never shied away from taking on something that was challenging.
And they've been really good, really humble, supportive, helpful, with the kids, helping us here in the kitchen, almost doing everything with us. We are really thankful for them to be here and thankful for your support, really.
And the message that the girls have sent is that we care about people who have just come to our country, and we're all just one big family. And that message they have been the face of God, and the people really appreciate it. So thanks, Narelle. Send us anyone, anytime. We love it.
To the people who've come from Iraq, it's just amazing how we see them begin to relax as the weekend goes ahead. They come and you can see that they're still suffering a lot, and all the fun and the enjoyment just somehow helps them to relax. And in addition to that, they've learnt a lot as well, the adults and the young ones, from the cooperation that they've been involved in, and from the games and the activities and all the things they've done. For the volunteers, I cannot enough stress how valuable this is for them. The only way really for the students to really become immersed in social justice is for them to be involved in the lives of people who are struggling. For them to be able to be with these people from Iraq who have suffered so much from the ISIS regime, caliphate in imaginary really, in Iraq, and what's happened to them. That wasn't talked about at all this weekend. But what does matter is the way that the girls have been educated in the background of the history and the geography and the current affairs of the country, how they've learned to walk in the shoes of those people, how they've learned about communication with people, knowing which questions to ask, which questions not to ask. That has been invaluable training for them, and they will never ever be at a loss because of what they've done this weekend. Having said that, I could talk for a long time about their contribution at the weekend. The way that they've used their initiative, they see things that need to be done and they go ahead and do it. If they're asked to do something, they do it with alacrity. Their parents, I think, would probably be amazed to see how much they work together and do things and offer to do things. Extraordinary. And so I cannot thank the school enough for allowing these girls to come and to be with us and to make this such a wonderfully successful weekend.
The volunteers were absolutely wonderful. I think they're probably one of the best groups we have ever had. They didn't have to be asked to do anything. They just jumped in. They came to the training weekend. They knew exactly what they were doing, and they were so welcoming. And I think that their welcome of the families enabled the families to be also welcoming of us. And our whole theme at Mass was on hospitality, the Mary and Martha story and the Abraham story. And that really enabled all of us to say welcome to each other and to recognise that every single one of us is the face of God in our world today. They were just wonderful. I cannot speak highly enough.